way to the bucket, but is fouled by one of the Lady Leopards, so she was fouled before making the shot, so will be inbounded. Taylor with the inbound pass. Looking for a couple options. Wall over on the far side, but instead she'll dish it out to number 25, Cheatham, behind the line. Now Adrian Jones with it, and her pass is intercepted by the Lady Leopards. Liberty Eylau starts taking it back. Brianna Block starts going for it, but she's quickly intercepted by Jasmine Taylor, and a three there by Maya Hurd, and she nails it. So that's all 5 points here in this contest scored by Liberty Eylau. Timeout on the court, so we're going to take a timeout with them, and we'll be right back with more Ladycats basketball coming up. Ladycats taking it back. Wall gets it over to Carter. Carter right back to Wall. And Wall gets it over to Jasmine Taylor, and the pass is nearly intercepted by the Lady Leopards, and it is intercepted. Number 2, Maya Hurd starts taking it back. She starts dribbling in circles, gets it over to Brianna Block. Block's 3 is no good, but Taylor tries to get the rebound, start taking it back, and instead goes out of bounds, so it will be Liberty Eylau ball. Lady Leopards. That's Rockmore inbounding it. She gets it over, or tries to get it back to number 12, Jania Sanders, just below the bucket, but some nicely placed interceptor, nice hands there from Cheatham as she came in just in time to send it out of bounds. Liberty Eylau still has the ball though. Number 23, Block to Hurd. Hurd over, and then gets it right back to Rockmore on the far side of the 3, back to Hurd, and then Block with a nice step there, but her bucket is no good. Ladycats trying to get their hands on it, but after some tipping by both teams, looks like a jump ball there, so we'll be sent back by the Ladycats. Sulphur Springs trails now 3-5. Under 3.5 to go here in the first. Wall starts taking it back, looking to get some more points for Sulphur Springs. Wall has the only points for the Ladycats here in this game. Still close one at 3-5 again, but her 3-point shot is the only one. 12, Carter gets it over to Taylor on the far line. Back over to Carter. Carter gets it over to Wall. Wall, couple of fakes, starts dribbling towards the line, gets it over to Taylor. Taylor puts up a 3, and too much, but instead Cheatham with a nice rebound, but it looks like Liberty Eylau takes it out. So it will be Ladycat ball here. Taylor with the inbound pass, sends it over to Wall behind the line, over to Cheatham, back to Jones, back over to Taylor behind the 3, over on the far side. Another far pass there by Taylor, had a chance of getting intercepted by LE. Instead, Sulphur Springs maintains possession. That's number 12, and then Wall puts up a 3, and too short as it hit below the rim. LE rebounds, starts taking it back, and Brianna Block starts driving all the way to the bucket, but she is called for the travel. So with that, Sulphur Springs will get the ball back. Still trailing here 3-5. 2.5 to go here in the first. Sulphur Springs doing everything they can to get back in this game, but they'll need a bucket here to either tie it or potentially take the lead. Wall with some full court pressure here by Liberty Eylau. She is barely able to get it away to Jasmine Taylor. Adrian Jones starts taking it back. She drives to the bucket and just fell short. But the jump ball will go to LE's way, so Liberty Eylau here with the inbound. That's Kayla Crabtree now with the ball. So some substitutions here for the Lady Leopards. And we've got, looks like a travel was called here, so with that it will be, we've got another substitution here for Sulphur Springs. It will be Aaliyah Harrison, or Lily or Riri Harrison. And a nice pass there to Adrian Jones. Jones gives it right back to Carter. Carter, and then Taylor for the three, but it's no good. Nice rebound there by Cheatham. Cheatham gives it to Carter, and Carter back to Jones. Carter again with the ball. Walking about 10 feet north of the three-point line, top of the key, and wow, a nice reach there by Brianna Block, the Sam Houston State commit, class of 2026. She's signed November 10th, and she's had herself a nice little game up to this point, but instead, number 2, Maya Hurd puts up a 3, and not enough on that one as the Ladycats rebound start taking it back. Carter with the ball, gives it over to Taylor. Nice pick and roll there, and wow, a beautiful ball there by number 22. Jasmine Taylor. Timeout called on the court, so we'll take a timeout with them, and when we return, we'll have the conclusion of quarter number 1. Tie game here between the Sulphur Springs Ladycats and the Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the SSHS main gym as we've got Ladycat basketball here taking on the Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards. Tie ball game here with just over a minute to go at 1:15. Tied here 5-5. Lady Leopards with the ball. Number 22, that's Crabtree with the ball, and a nice drive to the bucket there. That was number 12, Jania Sanders. And Sanders is fouled on the bucket, so not only does she get the bucket, but then she gets to go to the line as well. So three-point opportunity here for the senior. 1 for 1, and 1 for 1 indeed. So with that, Ladycats will have the ball. And Coach Eric Adelli calls a timeout, so we'll take a timeout with them, and we'll be right back with the conclusion of the first quarter coming up. What's that? Yeah, I think that was 2, 1. Welcome back to Ladycats basketball. A pass is intercepted there by Liberty Eylau, starts being taken back, and Jania Sanders takes it all the way to the bucket. A nice layup there as it becomes a 5-point lead for the Lady Leopards with just under a minute to go here in the first. So Carter deeply pressed there by Liberty Eylau. That's Cheatham there who starts taking it back, but a nice hands there by the senior Crabtree for LE as she got her hand in, sent it out of bounds. So will be Ladycats ball still. Just over 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ladycats trail by 5. Taylor with the inbound pass, looking for options. She gets back out to Jones, top of the key, then over to Carter. Carter goes right past Jones, looking for options, and that ball had too much air on that one as it's sent out of bounds, and it will be LE ball. 37 and 0.6 remaining here in the first quarter. The SHSU commit, Brianna Block, who signed her letter of intent just earlier this month on November 10th. She's got it. She gets it over to Hurd. Hurd with a three, and she drills it. Another three there for the junior, and she has a nice touch for the ball. Not all of her shots have gone in from deep at this point. Harrison with the ball, and then she gets it over to Cheatham, and then, ooh, just didn't have the timing that they wanted on that one as Cheatham tried to get it over to Taylor, but still working through some chemistry issues as Coach Eric Cadelli's squad has dealt with a number of injury issues up to this point. But they still found ways to score, trailing by 8 now, 13-5, just over 5 to go here in the first. Sanders with the ball, drives to the bucket, and no good. And it looks like number 14 there was fouled, Jakai Ray, but that will end the first quarter. Trailing by 8 here, the Ladycats will enter the second quarter, 13-5. We're going to take a quick break with these teams, and when we return, second quarter of Ladycats basketball coming up. James said we're good starting at 1. James Terry. I can't hear him at all.
You should be hearing him.
James Terry. Ooh. Two, 8, 11. Number 0 now, Mia Montgomery with the ball. Montgomery gets it out to number 2, Maya Hurd, and Hurd with a nice layup there for 2. First points of the second quarter here, as it's now a 10-point lead for Liberty Eylau at 15-5. Wall with the ball, almost loses it, but instead keeps it, gets it over to Carter. Then Taylor gets it behind the line, far side. Back to Carter, back to Wall near the top of the key. Wall dribbles. Nice juke there. And nearly intercepted there by Kayla Crabtree. But Sulphur Springs maintains possession. Gets it from Jasmine Taylor. Taylor gets it over to Addison Wall. Wall has it. Sanders guarding her. Looking for options. Starts dribbling. Gets it back out to Carter. Carter has a couple of options, but instead dribbles back a bit, back towards the line. Wall with it. Wall looking for options. She's got 2 Lady Leopards guarding her. Instead gives it to Carter. Back near midcourt. Taylor with it now. back behind the three-point line, and just a little too much sauce on that one. And it looked like maybe Adrian Jones had her hands on it, but instead she sends it out of bounds, so will be Lady Leopard ball. Liberty Eylau about set to inbound it. The senior Montgomery with it now. Taking it past the midcourt line. And she gets it over to Brianna Block. Block with the pump fake, and then a beautiful pass there to number 20. That's Ebony Rockmore, but Rockmore is fouled on the shot attempts, so 2 free throw attempts for her coming up. First free throw. It's good. So second free throw attempt coming up for the Lady Leopards. And it's good as well, so 2 for 2 from the line. And with that, Sulphur Springs starts taking it back the other way. Wall with the ball. She's guarded by Montgomery, looking for a couple options. Starts dribbling, keeps dribbling all the way to the bucket, and tries to get a nice bounce pass to Jasmine Taylor, but instead, it is, she is fouled, so will be Sulphur Springs ball. Ladycats about to inbound it. Taylor with it. And looking for Carter's way behind the three, and she puts it up, and goes in and out. That's a tough one. Sulphur Springs still trails by 12 here, 17-5, and a couple of beautiful passes. Brianna Block with a nice fake there. Gets it over to Montgomery behind the line. Block with it again behind the top of the key. Starts dribbling past the line and drives all the way to the bucket, but instead does not fall. And Block called for the foul. And now that's a technical. She's teed up. Wow, so 2 free throw attempts here coming up. Addison Wall's first free throw. Ooh, in and out. That's tough. Second free throw attempt here. And it's good. So with that, Sulphur Springs will now inbound it. Wall with the first points here in the second quarter for Sulphur Springs. It took just under 3 minutes, but they trail by 11 here, 17-6. They will have the ball after the technical. Taylor looking for options as she'll be inbounding it. Gets it over to Wall. Wall starts driving all the way to the bucket, puts it up, and just too much on that one as it went just a little too further than the bracket. And wow, from the line for a 2-point try was Maya Hurd, but looks like it just did not fall. And Rockmore tried to come with it, but I think she sent it out of bounds, so will be Sulphur Springs ball. Taylor looking for options, gets it over to Carter. Kira Carter with the ball. Dribbling, looking for options. She's got the senior Jemiah Montgomery on her, and wow. And offensive foul there on Cheatham. Alia Cheatham with the screen attempt, but called for an illegal screen. And will be LE ball here coming up. So LE with the ball after the illegal screen there. LE tries to get it over to Montgomery. Montgomery with a no-look pass over to Hurd. Hurd gets it right back to Crabtree, and then gets it right back to Hurd. Hurd has a three that went in and out. Tough call there. But on the rebound attempt, Ladycat and the Lady Leopard fought for it, and Ladycat sent it out of bounds. So LE with the inbound pass here from their side of the court, looking for options. And wow, nice open look there for number 20, Ebony Rockmore, who nails a three. Ladycats trail by 14 here, 20-6. 21. Adrian Jones with the ball. And she gets it to Wall. Wall, mid-range. Gets it back to Carter. Carter tries to get to Lily Harrison, and Harrison gets it to Jones, and Jones tried to make something of him. Instead had to push it out to Kira Carter behind the line. Wall with a long three, and went in and out. Man, that would have been something if that one had fallen. That's from about 40 feet there, and Montgomery drives all the way to the bucket. And she gets a nice bucket there. 2 more points, and her first 2 here in the game, the senior, 5'9" senior. And now Sulphur Springs with the ball, and Kira Carter's ball is tipped and intercepted by the Lady Leopards. And Adrian Jones with a beautiful block. Man, that's tough. Sulphur Springs trailing by 6 here. And now a deep 3 from Crabtree, but it's no good. Ladycats get the board, start taking it back the other way. Wall dribbling past the line. She got Sanders on her. Nice behind the back ball movement there from the senior. And ball is nearly intercepted by the Lady Leopards there, but Montgomery is called for the reach. So that will be Montgomery's first personal foul as far as I can tell. But both teams even here in fouls at 7, so both teams here in the bonus. Free throw from Wall here. She nails it. First one is good. Chance to make the third of her 4th free throw here in the second quarter. Wall. And just went beyond the rim there. Bounced off the board. So stay at 22-7, a 15-point deficit for Sulphur Springs. Montgomery with the ball. Nice pass there. A couple of nice passes. Back over to Montgomery, top of the key. She puts up the 3. No good. And looks like Kira Carter got the rebound, and she will. Instead, she is fouled by a Lady Leopard when she tried to get the ball out. So that will be number 20, Ebony Rockmore, who will be called for the foul. And 2 free throws for Kira Carter here. Carter, the freshman, has gotten a lot of good playing time here with a number of injuries to the Ladycats. Carter's free throw is no good. Stays a 15-point deficit for the Ladycats here. Just under 3 to go here in the second. And a nice pass there from Montgomery to Rockmore, but it's Crabtree, but it's intercepted by Sulphur Springs. Ladycats start taking it back. Addison Wall with it. She's double teamed. Gets it over to Kira Carter near the top of the line. Back out to Adrian Jones, and a 3. Too much on that one, as it didn't hit the rim, but bounced off the backboard. LE gets the board, starts taking it back the other way. The senior Montgomery with the ball. She's got Addison Wall on her, and she starts driving all the way to the bucket. It goes in and out, and she tries to get the rebound between 2 Ladycats, but sends it out of bounds. So Sulphur Springs will get the ball. Just over 2 to go here in the first half, trailing 22-7. Wall with the ball, and Wall is pressured intensely by Montgomery. She instead gets it to Kira Carter, this freshman behind the line, and the freshman shot is blocked by 20, Ebony Rockmore, who sends it out of bounds. Or instead, it looks like will be called in the favor of LE. So Lady Leopards start taking it. Crabtree walking it past midcourt. 10 feet removed from the top of the line. Gets it to Montgomery. Montgomery gets it over to number 3, Briagene Adams. Adams tries to put up the 3, but it's no good. Goes out of bounds, but a Sulphur Springs Ladycat was the last one to touch it, so we'll stay with LE. Looking to get some easy points. Montgomery fakes the 3, dribbles all the way to the bucket, but she is fouled, so 2 free throws coming up. First free throw coming up for the senior Montgomery. And it's good. So that is her 3rd point here in the game, and all of them will come here in the second as LE again leads Sulphur Springs 23-7 here in the SSHS main gym. Montgomery's 2nd free throw coming up. And it's good. So 4 points for the senior Montgomery, and all here in the second. Sulphur Springs with it, and wow, Kira Carter's pass is intercepted. 22, Crabtree starts taking it all the way back and just falls just short of an easy possession there. And nice board there by Jasmine Taylor. Wall taking it past. She's got it in mid-range, and her pass is tipped away, or more like punched away, by a Lady Leopard. Montgomery with the ball now. Kira Carter guarding the senior Montgomery. And she drives to the bucket and nails the shot, but instead she is fouled, or the refs call that she is fouled before she had left the court. So it will be no bucket, but 2 free throws coming up. Second pair of free throws coming up here for the senior Montgomery. Just mere moments ago, she got her 3rd and 4th point here in this game when she went 2 for 2 from the line. And her 1-and-1 is no good, so she will stay at 4 points here in the game. Adrian Jones with the board, starts taking it back, gets it over to Lily Harrison. Harrison starts walking it. She's got a couple of options, and her pass didn't have enough mustard on that one, as it was intended for Jasmine Taylor in the paint, but LE intercepts it. Crabtree driving to the bucket, and she is fouled. So Wall's called for the foul on that one. Couple of free throws here. First free throw attempt from Kayla Crabtree. And shy. Just shy as it hit the rim. And second free throw attempt for Crabtree. She hit 2 free throws earlier in the quarter, has 4 at this moment. See if she can't make it 5. And it will not be. Montgomery with the board, though. She tries to put it up for an easy layup, but instead, 20 gets the rebound. Rockmore with the 3, and she drills it. Rockmore, another 3 here in this quarter. They lead by 20 over Sulphur Springs, 27-7. Addison Wall with the ball, driving to the bucket, tries to get a mid-range jumper. She gets her own rebound and tries to put it up, but didn't have enough air on that one. And so LE gets the ball, under 30 to go here. In fact, 15 seconds remaining as they lead by 20, 27-7, just about headed into the locker room. 5 seconds to go here. And 22, Crabtree just running out the clock. Montgomery with it. And not enough time there as, either way, it was a tough half for Sulphur Springs, as not a whole lot of shots were made, but unfortunately they are here against a really good LE team with pretty even scoring up to this point. So we're going to take a quick break for these teams, and when we return, we'll have a first half wrap-up, and then join us again here in just a little while for the second half of Ladycats basketball coming up.
Can you not hear him?
No, not in the slightest.
Try it now. Say, hello, Matt.
James, hi. James, hi. Matt, hi. I don't know who I'm talking to. I can't hear a thing. Is there something wrong with this headset?
Yeah, 'cause I could hear him fine.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, well, hell, you're not turned up.
Well, that'll do it.
And, of course, he keeps hanging up. Could you hear that busy?
Yeah. Is that James Terry? James?
Say something now.
James Terry.
God, somebody flipped the freaking button.
Yep. How are you doing, James? Yeah, we've got, fortunately we couldn't make it until halftime, so we've got about 5 minutes on the clock. So if you want to join me here in, let's say, a minute and a half, we can do a halftime thing, and then I'll send it right back to you for more commercials, and then we'll come back for the third quarter. Thank you, James Terry. And just like James was saying, we've got Ladycats basketball. Sorry we missed the first half on the radio for you folks, but we were YouTube live streaming the first half for those who wanted to catch up. But right now we are in the halftime break with both teams in the locker room talking to their coaches as the Ladycats basketball team trails 27-7 here at the half. So the Ladycats have had a tough time of scoring, but then they've been going up against a really good LE team here. Kind of hard to get an idea of what this team actually looked like coming in, as you couldn't find really any kind of record, any kind of roster. So a bit tough, besides knowing that they were probably at least 4-2 would be my guess, and they've looked like it here early, as they've got some pretty good scoring from the Lady Leopards. In number 2, Maya Hurd with 10. Number 6, Ebony Rockmore with 6. Kayla Crabtree and Jemiah Montgomery both with 4. And then Ebony Rockmore with 6. Or I'm sorry, Jania Sanders with 3. So that's the Lady Leopards scoring again as they lead 27-7. The Ladycats have gotten 5 points from Addison Wall, while the 5'7" junior. And then 2 points from Jasmine Taylor, the 5'9" senior. So again, the Ladycats have been dealing with a number of injury issues. It's been a bit of a tough go, but they still have found ways to score. And as we saw in their last game, just yesterday, in fact, in Mineola against the Lady Yellow Jackets, they fell in a close one as Mineola pulled away 40-29. But if Sulphur Springs can find ways to score here in the third quarter, they have a chance of pulling it right back and keeping it close with a good LE team. So we're going to take a timeout and hear from some of our sponsors. And when we return, we will have the third quarter of Ladycats basketball coming up on KSST Radio, 1230 a.m. got just over a minute, so why don't you just give me one more. Welcome back to the SSHS main gym as we've got Ladycats basketball. We're about to get started with the second half here in the third quarter as the Ladycats trail by 27-7 here on their home court. They had a tough time scoring in the first half, but 5 points came thanks to Addison Wall, the junior, and then 2 more came thanks to the senior, Aubrey Williams. So that's the 7 points for the Ladycats there. But as I was saying before we went to a break and heard from some of our sponsors, if the Ladycats can find a way to score and get some buckets here in the third, they have the chance of at least pulling it back close here with the Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards. So that is the halftime buzzer going off. So we're about set to get this game back underway. Ladycats were a bit slow getting back out onto the court, but their starting 5 here in the second half have just walked out on the court. About to get started here in the third quarter here on KSST Radio 1230 AM with the Ladycats basketball team's second home game of the fall 2021 season in their 9th game. And they are hosting the Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards, who have had some pretty even scoring from a number of their star players, and they lead by 20 here. It's 22, Kayla Crabtree with the ball now. Crabtree gets it over. Sanders has it, but it's intercepted by the Ladycats. Cheatham with it, and almost intercepted by a Lady Leopard, but instead she stopped on a dime and is called for the travel. So took an extra step and is called for it, and now the Lady Leopards will take it out. 12. Sanders with it. She gets it over to Crabtree. Crabtree walks past midcourt. She's got Kira Carter on her. Gets it over to 20. Ebony Rockmore. Rockmore tries to get it out to number 2, Maya Hurd, the senior on the far side, behind the line, behind the three-point line, but goes out of bounds. So Sulphur Springs with the ball now. Jasmine Taylor inbounds it. Gets it over to Adrian Jones. Jones with it. Walks it past the midcourt line, looking for a couple of options. She's guarded by Hurd. Instead gets it to Wall, and Wall starts going back after it, but instead it goes out of bounds. So it will be LE ball coming up here in a moment. Hurd with it. Gets it over to Crabtree. Crabtree now with it. Right back to Hurd, and Hurd is quickly posed by 2 defenders for the Ladycats. 20 puts it up. Crabtree's 3 is no good. Nice rebound there by number 14, Jakai Ray. She puts up the layup and she gets the free throws. So chance for a 3-point play here coming up. And it looks like 22, Aubrey Williams was called, or I'm sorry, 22, Jasmine Taylor was called for the personal foul. And the shot is, well, the free throw was no good, but she is able to put it in for 2 points. 3 from Wall, and no good. It's airballed. So LE with the ball now. This time it's Crabtree with it. Once again, walking it past midcourt. She tries to get it over to Sanders deep in the paint, but it's intercepted by the Ladycats. Carter starts taking it back, and she is drilled. But wow, it's called for the offensive foul. That's a tough one, especially when this Ladycats team needs all the confidence they can get as they struggle with scoring, and she had a chance for a 3-point play there, but just did not go that way. So we'll stay a 31-7, 24-point advantage for Liberty Eylau. Hurd with it. Gets to Crabtree. Crabtree once again, the guard taking it past midcourt. She gets it over to Block. Block, the SHSU signee, class 2026, signed just earlier this month on November 10th. But number 14 there, Jakai Ray, starts taking it to the bucket, and she is called for the foul. Or she is fouled, so she will have 2 free throw attempts coming up. And first one goes in and out. Second one here coming up. And that one falls, so she at least gets the free throw. And 3 of the 5 points here scored in the second half for LE have been scored by Jakai Ray. So Addison Wall now with it. Wall gets it over to Harrison. Harrison pump fakes the 3, gets it over to Carter on the near side of the line behind the 3, and gets it right back to Wall. Wall behind the line. Looking for options. Starts dribbling to the 3-court line. Pump fakes the pass to Carter. Instead gets it over to Edrium Jones. Jones right back to Wall. Wall. Shot fake, and Carter puts up the 3, and just did not fall there. Fortunately, the freshman's 3-point shot did not fall, and Block starts taking it back for LE. Mid-range jumper here, and she drills it. It's number 20 there, Ebony Rockmore, with her first points here in the third quarter. That's 8 now for the senior. And she provided a lot of good assists here for her team. Nice pass there from Addison Wall to Kira Carter, the freshman. Dribbles her way back a little bit. Harrison puts up a 3, and just shy of the bucket, and just couldn't hit the rim, so it falls short. LE starts taking it back. Nice pass there from 22, Jayla Crabtree, and Crabtree's shot just would not fall that time, so still leading by 27 here at 34-7. Carter puts up the shot, and it goes off the glass, but would not fall, so LE's starting to take it the other way. Hurd with it. She's guarded by Wall, so instead Hurd gets it over to Kayla Crabtree. Crabtree with it. The senior looking for options. Gets it down low to number 14, Jakai Ray. Instead, she dishes it right back out to Crabtree. Now Block with it. And a nice pass into the paint there to Rockmore, but Rockmore is fouled on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up here. Personal foul called against Lily Harrison. First free throw attempt from number 20, Ebony Rockmore. The senior is good. This is her first free throw attempts here in this game. And trying to make it 2 for 2 from the line. Leading by 28 here. Second free throw attempt is good. So with that, it is a 36-7 lead here for LE over Sulphur Springs. Wall with it. The guard taking it past midcourt. Looking for a couple of options. She got a screen from Lily Harrison and got another screen from Harrison, so she dishes it out to Edrium Jones. And Cheatham with it now behind the line. Looking for options. Tries to get it in to Jones, but it's intercepted there by the Lady Leopards. Lily Harrison is called for the foul. And Coach Deli cannot believe the call, and quite frankly, I'm a little surprised as well. So LE with the ball now. The senior, Jamia Montgomery with it. She tries to drive all the way to the bucket, but instead falls just shy. And Ray tried to get the board, but instead it was number 25, Cheatham, with it. Cheatham provides a nice screen for Kira Carter. Gives it over to Cheatham. Right back to Carter, and then over to Wall, far side of the court. Looking for a couple of options. She's behind the 3-point line. She's got the senior Montgomery guarding her, and now 2 Lady Leopards on her. But instead, she turns the ball over, driving to the bucket. So will be LE ball here. Cheatham has to turn around quickly and try and set a screen, but instead it doesn't matter because Maya Hurd took it to the bucket for her first points here in the third. So It is a 31-point deficit for the Ladycats here at home versus Liberty Eylau. We're going to take a timeout with these teams, and when we return, we'll see if we won't have the conclusion of the third quarter coming up. Just one. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the SSHS main gym as we've got just over 3 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. The Ladycats basketball team trails by 31 here to Liberty Eylau, 38-7. And scoring has been tough for the Ladycats as a lot of their shots just haven't really had the ability to fall. A lot of them have gone in and out. And Liberty Eylau, on the other hand, they've gotten pretty even scoring from their squad. We'll have a full analysis coming up after the game, but right now the Ladycats will do what they can to fight back and get into this game perhaps a bit more. But time is running out on the Ladycats' second home game of 9 total games. And now looks like this one might be out of reach too, unfortunately, but still 3 minutes and 15 seconds here to go for the Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards taking on the Sulphur Springs Ladycats. Wall with the ball. Starts taking it past midcourt. Tries to dribble past Montgomery, but the senior all over her. Wall has to potentially try and get it out and dish it away, but instead looks over to Kira Carter, but instead has to get it to Lily Harrison. Carter back over to Wall. And 3 falls shy of the bucket. Airballed, out of bounds. LE ball. Under 3 here to go. Ladycats trail 38-7. The SHSU signee, Brianna Block, with the ball. And she gets it over to the senior, Jamia Montgomery. Montgomery back over to the senior Hurd. Behind the 3 line, and then over to Block. Block tries to get it in and tuck it in, but Montgomery with it. No look pass once again. Maya Hurd gets it over to number 12, Sanders, and a nice bucket there as she adds to her total. That's now 7 in the game for the junior, Jania Sanders. And now Carter with it behind the 3 line. Instead gets it right back to Jones. Taylor with it now behind the 3 line, near side of the court. Over to Wall, behind the 3 line. She puts it up, and it's good. That's Wall's second 3 here in this game. She pulled the Ladycats back up to 10 points now. And wow, a 3-point attempt of their own from LE, and that one does not fall from Ebony Rockmore. So Sulphur Springs starts taking it back the other way. It's Kira Carter with it, a freshman, looking for options. Gets it over to Edrian Jones, then over to Wall. Wall gets to Carter, and then Taylor with it behind the 3 line, and it falls. So 2 straight threes from the Ladycats, first from Madison Wall and then from Jasmine Taylor, as the Ladycats now trail by 27 here, 40-13. And Brianna Block with it. Looks like they're going to try and take as much time off the clock as possible. And Block finally gets it over to the senior, Montgomery, on the far side. Guarded by Jones. Montgomery starts driving a bit, then gets it out to Sanders. Sanders gets it over to Hurd, and the 3 is airballed. Taylor with it, gets it over to Lily Harrison, then back over to Wall. Wall starts dribbling past midcourt, and she puts up a 3 and nails it. So the 3s are falling here late in the third as the Ladycats have scored 9 straight points from 3s. 2 from Madison Wall and 1 from Jasmine Taylor. And another foul there called on the court. And now it looks like Coach Deli has been teed up. So Coach Deli definitely not happy with that call. And there it is, the technical. And quite frankly, I don't know that I agree with the call either, but that's why I'm up here, not down there. Block with the first free throw attempt, and it falls. And second one is no good. So that's the second one. And she is 3 of 4 from the line. So blocks 3 points here in this contest, all coming here in the third. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Sulphur Springs trails 43-16. Block with it, behind the back pass, driving to the bucket, and she nails it. Great shot there, as Block went from having no points in this contest to having 5 in just a span of 2 minutes. So 3 free throws and a bucket later, and Jasmine Taylor just could not get the pass that couldn't get the handling that she wanted on the pass from Addison Wall. She sends it out of bounds. LE with the ball. And the ball is rolled from Janiah Sanders over to Kayla Crabtree. Crabtree with it, dribbling past midcourt. Passes it over Montgomery behind the 3, far side of the court. Drives all the way to the bucket, and the floater is good. Nice bucket there, and that will end the third as the Ladycats trail 47-16 entering the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break with these teams, and when we return, we'll have the fourth quarter and the conclusion of this game coming up. One more time? Yeah. Welcome back to the SSHS main gym as the Ladycats basketball team trail big here, 47-16 entering the fourth quarter. The Ladycats had some nice buckets, courtesy of some threes from Addison Wall and Jasmine Taylor, but the scoring has just kept on coming from LE, and as a result, the Ladycats trail big, but a chance to make it perhaps a little bit more respectable. Lily Harrison puts up a 3, and it's no good. Cheatham tries to get the rebound, but does not fall. LE starts taking it back. Montgomery here tries to get the ball and starts taking it back the other way, but instead it's rebounded by Adrian Jones. Cheatham gets it to Wall. Wall starts taking it back. She is guarded heavily by Sanders. Tries to dribbling it, doing everything she can. And wow, it is almost intercepted there by a Lady Leopard. So, foul against LE. Ladycats maintain possession. It will be inbounded from number 22, Jasmine Taylor. Taylor looking for options. She really wanted Wall's number, I think, but instead. But wow, it's intercepted by Liberty Eylau. Brianna Block starts taking it back. And wow, a nice block there from Adrian Jones to make Block's shot no good. But she is fouled on the floor, so we'll stay with the Lady Leopards. And wow, a 3 there from LE. It was number 23 Block. It's rebound there from Jakai Ray. And Sulphur Springs gets the tip ball, so they'll start taking it back the other way. Inbounded from Taylor, Wall with it. The guard taking it past midcourt. Starts dribbling past Sanders. Nice screen there from Cheatham. She puts up a three, and she is fouled there by Sanders. So 2 free throws coming up here for the junior, Addison Wall. First one is good. I apologize. She put up a 3, so she's got 2 more free throw attempts coming up. Second one is on its way, and it's good. Third one here. Just over 7 to go. The Ladycats deficit has gone below its sub 30 now at 29. Addison Wall seeing if she can't take it off one more to 28. And just bounces off the rim. Jasmine Taylor tried to get the board, but instead it's taken down by Ray of the Lady Leopards. LE starts taking it back thanks to the senior, Montgomery. Jemiah dribbling in front of Adrian Jones. And instead Montgomery gets it over to Kayla Crabtree. Crabtree in front of the LE bench on the far side of the court, tries to get it over, a very far pass to Brianna Block, and just too much on that one as Jakai Ray tried to put up another shot, but it didn't fall, but it looks like she was fouled on the shot attempt, so. Or it looks like instead it'll be, Brianna Block. Two free throw attempts coming up here. First one is up, and it's good. As I mentioned earlier in this broadcast, Brianna Block is the SHSU signee. She drills her second free throw attempt and signed on November 10th. And you can see why here in this game, as even though she didn't get a whole lot of scoring in the first half, she got 7 quickly here in the second. So Lily Harrison tries to get a pass off, but instead it's taken back by LE. Nice driving layup there by Brianna Block, and 2 more points for the senior. Taylor with it now, gets to Wall. Wall speeding past midcourt, and she is fouled there by Kayla Crabtree. So Sulphur Springs maintains possession after the foul from Crabtree. And 21, Adrian Jones with it now. Gets it over to Wall. Wall near midcourt. Starts driving to the bucket. And it's once again tipped away by a Lady Leopard. Tip ball goes in LE's favor. So the Lady Leopards about set to take it back. Under 6 minutes to go here in the game as Sulphur Springs trails 51-18 at the SSHS main gym. Kayla Crabtree with it. Walking past midcourt, gets it over to Block. Block to Ray down in the paint, but her shot does not fall. Wall tries to get the board, but jump ball goes to the Ladycats. So fighting on both ends. No doubt the entire game. Addison Wall is a huge part of this game. Adrian Jones with it now. About to take it past midcourt, but instead defers to Jasmine Taylor. Long 3 here, and she nails it. Wow. Beautiful shot there from the senior, who now has 2 threes in this game, trailing by 30. Ooh, and a tough call there, as Adrian Jones is called for the foul. So 2 free throws here for Crabtree. First one is no good, but Montgomery with a nice board and starts trying to put it back up. But nice second effort there by number 3, Briagene Adams, but her board attempt goes out of bounds, so Sulphur Springs will take it the other way. Taylor gets to Wall. Wall walking it past the midcourt line now, gets it over to Lily. Lily behind the three, and Taylor tries to get the pass from Lily and take it to the bucket for a nice easy layup to get some easy points, but instead it was at her feet. She kind of kicked it out of bounds. So turnover there for Sulphur Springs. LE ball. Montgomery with it. Nice drive to the bucket there. The three attempt from Adams is no good. Cheatham gets the board. Taylor starts taking it back. Gets to Wall. Wall. Nice behind the back pass there. Ooh, and it's tipped away by the Lady Leopards. 23, Brianna Block taking it back the other way. Nice pass there to Montgomery for a nice bucket. So, tough game here for the Sulphur Springs Ladycats basketball team, but they have found ways to score. Still trailing here big, though, in their main gym. Cheatham with the ball. Taylor, long three, and she drills it. So, threes are starting to fall here, albeit a tad late in the game, but again, good to see some scoring, especially from behind the line for the Lady Leopards. And the effort there from Cheatham to intercept the pass and send it out of bounds will keep the ball in LE's hands. Number 3, Adams with it. Inbounds it to Montgomery, the senior. Right back to Briagene Adams. Adams gets it over to Zaria Jones. And Jones back over Montgomery, and she drills a three. So another three there for the senior Montgomery. Wall has the ball, and Cheatham is called for the illegal screen. So with that, it will be LE ball, but instead Coach Eric Cadelli has decided to take a timeout with under 4 to go here in this contest. Sulphur Springs Ladycats basketball team trails 56-24. We're going to take a timeout with these teams and probably have the conclusion of this game coming up. Welcome back to the SSHS main gym here in Sulphur Springs as the Ladycats basketball team trail by 32 here, 56-24 with just under 4 minutes to go here in the game. The Ladycats have found a way to drill some threes really, as in the third and fourth quarter they've hit 5 threes. So shots are beginning to fall here for the Ladycats. Albeit a tad bit too late in this contest, but the good news is, and what I was talking about with Coach Deli prior to this game, was that this team has found ways to score, and that's kind of what you need in a season in which you're dealing with a lot of injuries, having to move up a lot of players from JV, and not getting a whole lot of time to build that chemistry and to mesh. So that's what's good. And another thing we talked about with Coach Deli is that's what's good about this time is that you have about a month until district play begins right before Christmas. 3 attempts from number 0 Montgomery is no good, but that bucket is good. So LE leading 58-24, but as I was saying, Sulphur Springs can use this time over the next month to really continue to mesh and develop, but Jones' shot does no good from behind the line. LE with the board, starts taking it the other way. Lady Leopards defer to Montgomery here behind the three-point line on the far side of the court, right in front of the LE bench, dribbling in front of Jones. And she is called for the travel. Tough call there. And something that Coach Takoya Mons is not happy to see. So she subs her player out. as the between the leg dribble results in a travel. So Addison Wall with the ball here as Sulphur Springs starts taking it the other way. Lily Harrison gets the screen, gets another screen from Lily. Wall dribbling, or at least trying to dribble, but she is fouled by Briagene Adams. Another inbound pass here from Jasmine Taylor, gets to Wall. Wall dribbling to the line, past the three-point line. Thinks about putting up a long three, but instead gives it over to Lily Harrison. Harrison puts up a three, but it's no good. And so LE taking it back the other way. Jayla Crabtree with it. Back to Kayla Crabtree. And she is fouled by Adrian Jones. So 2 free throw attempts for Kayla Crabtree coming up. After a brief referee discussion, we're back to resume the action with number 22, Kayla Crabtree, about set to take one of 2 free throws. First one is good. Quick substitution, and Crabtree's second free throw is good. That is her 6th point here in the game as LE leads big here over Sulphur Springs. And Wall, another turnover here and jump ball, and it will go the Lady Leopards' direction. So Crabtree with it now. Walking it past midcourt. And Crabtree almost drove all the way to the bucket, but instead deferred to number 1, Zariah Jones. And then another bucket falls for the Lady Leopards. Lily Harrison tries to get the pass to Adrian Jones, but it is instead intercepted by Kayla Crabtree. Lily Harrison steals it. Jasmine Taylor with the 3. Ooh. And just too much on that one, as it looks like it had the trajectory, but instead went just over the rim and past it. So tough break there. Ladycats trail 62-24 here, under a minute and a half to go here in this game. And 22, Kayla Crabtree with it. Jones puts up the 3. It goes in and out. Jasmine Taylor with the rebound. And the jump ball goes in the favor of Coach Eric Adeli's squad, so Sulphur Springs will start taking it back the other way. Jasmine Taylor gets it to Wall. Wall dribbling past the line. Takes it past the midcourt line, and Zariah Jones called for the foul. So that shot did not fall for the Ladycats, and rebound by LE. Crabtree taking it past midcourt. Tries to get to Jones. Jones puts up the shot, and it did not fall. Jasmine Taylor gets the board, and the jump ball will go in favor of LE. Oh, wow, so Jasmine Taylor was fouled. So she's got a couple of free throws here coming up. So Jasmine Taylor's 1 free throw attempt is no good. Still a 62-24 score here. Crabtree with it. Gets it over to Jones behind the 3 line. Ray driving to the bucket, and she nails it. Another bucket for her. And now it is a 40-point lead here, 64-24 over Sulphur Springs. Ray gets a ball that was overthrown to Adrian Jones. Crabtree starts taking it past the midcourt line, driving all the way to the bucket. And bounce pass there to Jones. Jones gets it to Ray, and then it's put up by Adams and off the backboard. 2-point shot is good. And that should about do it here at the Sulphur Springs High School main gym as Adrian Jones puts up a bucket. And then Jasmine Taylor gets the board and tries to put it up, but it is no good. So that will end the game with a 66-24 final score here at the Sulphur Springs High School main gym as the Ladycats lose only their second home game of the winter 2021-22 season. They play, in fact, folks, I really wanted to mention this earlier, but I kind of forgot. The Ladycats basketball team play 4 total games at home in the calendar year, winter 2021, and they've already played 2. So they've got another one here in the next couple weeks coming up, but then after that, they won't play again for, a number of couple of weeks. So once district play, that of course will change, but yes, the Ladycats basketball team have been a bit of road warriors, so to get back on their home court, I'm sure was a much needed relief, and they fought all game long, did everything they could to keep up with a really talented Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards team, but just couldn't get the scoring that they needed early in the game, and as a result, fell behind and lost to LE 66-24. So with that, it'll drop the Ladycats basketball team's season record to 0-9, still looking to get that first win on the season, but they'll have another shot next week. But this week, however, after having a front-heavy week where they played 2 games in 2 days, on Monday they traveled to Mineola, played the Lady Yellow Jackets, and lost a close one, 40-29. And then on Tuesday, back on their home court, fell to Liberty Eylau, 66-24. So that will end a 2-game back-to-back night between 2 basketball games, and Ladycats go 0-2. And they'll be back in action next week after Thanksgiving. That'll do it for us here at the Sulphur Springs High School main gym. With your play-by-play, I'm Ross Lebinsky. Shooting video is Doug Haston. And back at the station, making everything you hear possible, is the wonderful, the amazing James Terry. That'll do it for us here at the Sulphur Springs High School main gym. We'll see you all next time.